Hello everybody and welcome to a new series on the channel. IndyCar Career Mode is officially here. I hope you're all having a great day and welcome finally to this series that I've been working on for a few weeks, at least 3-4 weeks now, coming into this time. We have a full IndyCar season on the way of Career Mode and I'm so excited to bring it to you. You're going to see the schedule on your screen. Not all IndyCar tracks are in the game, so some tracks are swapped out, like the first race is now Sebring instead of St. Pete here now, and as you can see, the field of cars getting a little bit of practice under their belt. Notice that nobody was doing any form of IndyCar game or IndyCar career mode, so I thought, why not me? We are racing for Dale Coyne Racing with partnership with Rick Ware Racing here in a car that's a bit of a back marker, but that's the point of season 1. It's supposed to be about, of course, proving ourselves and getting ourselves a better ride for season 2 of this IndyCar career mode, as we have some early radio.
All right, bud, welcome to the team. Take it easy in practice here. Just get used to the car.
Getting used to the car, exactly what I would do here now in Sebring. These are my first ever laps at Sebring here at all, so it was a brand new circuit to me, just trying to get used to it as quick as I could. The race is only 20 laps. Sebring is a pretty lengthy circuit, so that's why we have so few laps of racing. It's a good 40 or so minute race in reality. You see the leaderboard at the top of the screen. You're going to have that every single episode. I think if I can, it'd be cool if I could make it a bit larger, but I've already recorded the first 4 episodes, so you'll have to wait on that before you see any changes here. But we were ready, acclimated with the circuit, with the car. Now keep in mind, like I said, this car is a bit of a back marker, so we are not expecting to be a contender to win any races in this first season. It's all about proving that we can be worthy of a car that can win races going into season 2 of this career mode now, as really everything, all the focus is towards season 2, getting into a good ride. My first lap of qualifying underway. Now in IndyCar, you have to start on the tires that you set your best lap on. I'm on the black primary tire. Of course, you have the red alternate tire that you can go on as well. Now, to keep it simple, the black primary tire is slower than the alternate red stripe tire. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward here. The black one's more balanced, while the red one is just downright quicker. That's kind of basically the noob explanation of the tires in IndyCar. As you can see myself struggling a little bit for a grip now, as we have 10 minutes on the clock, so we can make as many laps as we want, as that's not going to be a good lap. We've gone for an early slide here now, is not what we want to be doing here, so it would have to now be focusing in on lap number 2. Wasn't expecting the most out of qualifying, obviously, as we head down into turn 1, hustling this car through these opening corners, but it would turn into a pretty mistake-filled qualifying right there. Go off track a little bit, not a big deal, but watch this as we come through the right-hander, now approaching the final section of the track. It was going okay, a little bit wide right there. It wasn't great, could have been worse, could have been better, that's for sure. But if you get off track just enough, they will invalidate your lap here now, so that's what you have to be aware of, and unfortunately that's going to happen right here on my second lap attempt. Now watch this, we go wide right there, we're gonna get an off track and that will invalidate lap 2, so it was down to lap 3, which would be my last lap, and unfortunately another error. We're gonna go for a slide right there. I got the left sides in the grass and that spun the car around under braking, so that was it. We don't even get a valid qualifying lap in our IndyCar debut. Absolutely embarrassing, which means we'll start at the back. You see the qualifying order at the top of the screen, as well as smack dab right in front of you there to make it a little bit easier to see, because that top leaderboard is a bit more difficult. So yeah, we don't even get a valid qualifying lap in, unfortunately. It is what it is. Maybe it's best that I'm starting from the back of the field, but there's only one way to find out, and that's to head to the grid here for the season opener. I tried really hard to get a Lee Diffie, James Hinchcliffe, and Townsend Bell AI sounding good. Unfortunately, only one of them I could get to sound good. That was James Hinchcliffe. So for now, until I get it sorted, we're not going to have a big pre-race cutscene intro from Lee Diffie, Townsend Bell, James Hinchcliffe until I can get it sorted out and make it sound good. So stay with me, bear with me. We're ready to go racing, kicking off my career mode here in IndyCar. The pace car is off. It's Marcus Ericsson on the front row, joined by Felix Rosenqvist here now as we are racing in Sebring. Round 1 of this IndyCar career mode underway, and Ericsson with a great launch down into turn 1, of course. Indy 500 winner in 2022 now as we come through the opening corners. Already trouble there. Wide goes, I believe that's Simon Pagenaud in the number 60. Yes, it is Pagenaud with issues early on in this season opener. Now you can see the left side of that front wing completely torn out. The car will get a look, of course, at what happened here momentarily. I myself gained multiple positions on this opening lap. I was able to really get the elbows out. I mean, we passed about 5-6 cars just to kick things off at least here now. So a great start for myself. Alex Palou actually right there on my right side now as we head down towards the right-hander. A very heavy braking zone right here in the background. Defending IndyCar champion Will Power setting one. He had a bad qualifying effort, so starting towards the back he is. We are still side by side with the Spaniard of Alex Palou now as there goes the flyby, looking absolutely spectacular with those IndyCars coming through. Palou sends one up the inside there of Scott McLaughlin as well, nearly into the back of Pato O'Ward there as I get into the back of McLaughlin right there. He's on the red stripe tire, but we get wing damage on the left front there. Doesn't tear our wing off, but it is certainly going to affect the downforce level in this car. So immediately we go from on the attack on this opening lap of the season to now we're going to have to be in nurse this car around until we can get a pit stop. It is a one-stop race. Now we can go past the halfway point on a fuel run, so it's not a huge deal. There's pretty straightforward one pit stop as you're going to see me out of this turn hit the push to pass. Now in real life IndyCar there is a amount of seconds that you have for push to pass. In this career mode in this game is, oh my goodness, Connor Daly just absolutely sent one up my inside, caught me off guard. But basically in the game here you only have 10 push to passes. It's a number of push to passes that you have, not seconds. I didn't know that, so I was just using it and seeing what would happen in this first race. Now as we're going to go on board, here's what happened with Pagenaud. Contact there 3 wide, that was Scott Dixon in the middle there, and he would actually go off circuit there and have that damage. So very unfortunate for Pagenaud, who remains on track actually. He does not come into the pits now as I'm briefly lunging one up the inside of McLaughlin on this second lap here. Running currently in 20th place. Pretty happy with that running position here now. As the top 20 in my IndyCar debut, I'd be pretty happy with that, but you can see me certainly struggling with some downforce here on that wing damage that we picked up as I believe that's August Canapino there behind myself trying to peek one up the inside as now contact into turn 1. That's Palou and Pagenaud who've crashed into this first and opening corner. The caution is going to fly here already in Sebring in the season opener. Now Pagenaud has that damage and I think that might have played a role. The caution is out. That was Will Power, by the way, who sent it up my inside in the final turn, not Canapino. But yeah, caution out early on. We're going to take a look on board. Look at Palou, sends it up the inside. I don't know. Did Pagenaud give him enough room? Did Palou just wash out wide? You be the judge. He sends it into the corner. It just seems like they kind of went into each other, more of a racing deal, but I'm sure they're not going to be happy with each other now. As Ericsson still out in front of Rosenqvist, we got Kyle Kirkwood, currently scored in 3rd place now, as I myself and others towards the back of the grid elected to come into the pits at the pit window, or at the pit lane being opened, because, I mean, what do you have to lose when you're towards the back? And most importantly for me, we're going to get some wing repairs there, as you can still see visually that damage on the left front there. We're going to come in and immediately get that sorted out here. We're going to keep the black stripe tire on, the primary tire. We will switch over to the red alternate, later in the Grand Prix. Now, in IndyCar, you do have to make one compound tire change in a Grand Prix, just kind of like Formula 1. So yeah, we will, no matter what, have to go onto that red stripe alternate tire at some point. Back racing, however, here, the restart now coming to lap 5 in Sebring now as we kick it off down towards turn 1, lap 6, as you see myself going around the outside right here. That's Rinus VK on the left side of us now as, oh, contact right there. Will Power's gone around and we've nearly been collected as well. And that's Pagenaud's teammate of Elio Castroneves that's done that one. Those cars have been absolute just goblins here. Look at the damage done to the defending champion of the series. Look at the contact there. I might have to put the blame on the Will Power on that one there. It looked like he kind of crowded Castroneves down into the corner on board. Power definitely turns in a lot more sharper than the car in front of him there. No caution this time. We stay green because everybody got back going. And here I am now going for a move now up the inside, and look at this. My goodness, we got a bunch of cars piling up here. There you see McLaughlin right in front of us. We had some contact with him on the opening lap of this race. Now as I go wide on the exit of the right-hander, get through the grass there. VK, Canapino as well, all going to go through, unfortunately. So we would settle in, though, behind them and get back into a rhythm as we run currently in P20, looking to send one up the inside of VK here, down into the right-hander. We kind of run him out of room, squeeze him a little bit. He sacrifices the position. Fellow rookie of Marcus Armstrong was trying to follow through, as well as we have several rookies, multiple rookies here in the field, including myself here now, as I was trying to run down Canapino. Connor Daly up here in the mix in front of us now as we run P19, lap 8 of 20 at this point here now, as you can see myself closing in. Actually pretty happy with the pace in this car, my first race now, as we head down towards that final turn, and you can really see that gap now getting slimmer and slimmer between myself and Canapino as well. Connor Daly just in front of him. Connor Daly just full sent the corner, and he's completely missed it. He's gone wide. What in the world was bro doing there, as he's going to try and rejoin the track? But we've had a fascinating start to this Grand Prix here. First half is there you see a wingless Elio Castroneves now as pit stops. We're getting ready to kick off. I went in and did my strategy. I made sure that we were going to have the alternate tire for the pit stop here. Now, as I'm starting to struggle a little bit on grip a little bit later in this run here, lap 12. Now, yellow flag in front of us is a loco yellow, and as I get sent up the inside by Calamila, there's a car stopped on the left side right there. Not quite sure who it was. It might have been Malukas. We'll take a look, as it was Malukas who drove up and over the top of Pato O'Ward and the McLaren. Oh, what are you doing there? No safety car, no caution, no full course yellow. Look at the rear wing hanging off the back of O'Ward. On board we'll go with Malukas, who just full sends a corner. Oh my goodness, that was a heck of a ride there. No caution. Like I said, everybody got it back rolling. The leader, Ericsson's going to come into the box, and he's going to bring a lot of drivers with them there. As you see, Rosenqvist as well. There you got third place of Kyle Kirkwood. Others pitting, Grosjean there, and Colton Herta, he's going to stay out an extra lap. We have enough fuel to stay out an extra 3 to 4 or 5 laps than these drivers, because of we pitted a little bit earlier, obviously, when that first caution came out. So we can go a little bit longer, and I was planning to do exactly that. We're going to stretch out the run here now an extra few laps and hope for maybe a caution to come out, although I guess that really wouldn't actually benefit us as a caution, because we have to pit anyways. Now I say that, there's Colton Herta. He's stopped on circuit. Herta has come to a complete stop, and that's going to bring out the caution. We move into second place. The caution is out, however. Herta, who stayed out longer than others around him, I believe ran out of fuel. Here's a look. He just slows down, and I'm pretty sure ran out of fuel, and that's why he stopped and brought out the caution. And you can see there McLaughlin comes into the pits, but yeah, that's going to now bring everybody that had not pitted yet into the pits, including myself. Callum Milot there as well coming in, so we're going to come in, and now we're putting on the red stripe alternates. So we are going to have a bit more grip, we're going to have a bit more speed for this restart, and it's late in this race. There's 5 laps to go at this point here now, but you can see Ericsson retains the lead. Rosenqvist there in second place behind him. Kirkwood lost a few positions there, unfortunately for him. DeFrancesco having a great run in third place, and unfortunately Ferrucci having a good run as well there in fourth now, as we're going to get ready to go back racing here from Sebring now. So it's a little bit further down the grid, but we're back underway. Bit of a slow start there off the restart for myself, but it's Ericsson leading the way down into turn 1, trying to win the season opener. Everyone side by side, but it looks like this time, unlike the last couple of restarts, it's going to be nice, calm, cool, collected, and clean. As you can see, everybody getting through without any issues now, as I myself settling in here. I got past Scott McLaughlin up the inside of the 18 of Malukas now, hoping to not get wrecked by him like we saw him do to Pato O'Ward. I had no idea at this point in time that he had taken out Pato O'Ward quite yet, but we get in front there. So making some gains on these opening moments of this restart here now, but we are only going to have 3 laps of racing to go when we get back to the line here now, as you can see myself being a little bit patient at this point now. Not actually running P20 as it says on the bottom right. We just have to wait for it to quite simply update here now, but we get past Canapino, now closing in on the back of Connor Daly here, going for an aggressive move up the left side, a very high speed but kind of curvy section here. We're going to go still side by side, but I'm going to go a little bit too deep. I got a little bit too ambitious. We go off circuit there, so we're going to sacrifice a couple of positions right there. Now there's the McLaren trying to make an overtake on myself, and it looks like it's actually, unfortunately, going to be successful there for O'Ward, who's trying to rebound back forward now. As you can see, the battle's happening all around the circuit. How about Rinus VK? Nice rebound for him here, moving himself forward. forward. There you see Scott Dixon at the back of that train, but up front right now, it's still Marcus Ericsson being trailed by Rosenqvist. DeFrancesco is well down in third place now, but it looks like it's going to be a very successful day for Marcus Ericsson. Now 3 laps to go at this point in time. Side-by-side battle still happening in front of us, which allows us to do exactly this. Close back in, and now looking to the right side of Malukas here now as we head down the little short chute towards the right-hander. I'm going to back out of it there and let him have it. So we come through the final turn at this point. I go a little bit wide. That opens the door for that guy right there, the Australian of McLaughlin, to the right side. 2 laps to go here with the season opener and Sebring in our debut. Running P18, trying to hold on, but look at McLaughlin, sends it around the outside. What a move there. He gets a 2-for-1 special, an absolute send from the Australian, an absolute send from the Canadian of myself. Oh my goodness. We nearly destroyed Malukas like he did to Award earlier in the race. Now, a few moments later, yellow flags. It's Kyle Kirkwood who's gone wide off circuit. You see him stopped on the left side. He was having a great run. It comes to an end there as Kirkwood was stopped because he was letting other cars go after going wide and missing the corner. Now, up my inside, that's fellow youngster of Callum Ilott there going for the move, as we are going to have a big fight here for about 16th through 18th to end this race in Sebring. Malukas and Peterson side by side in front of us there. Up ahead further, Scott McLaughlin. Good heavens, that got close. We get around Peterson, and that will be what, P17 we move ourselves now up into. Peterson does make a lunge up my inside, but it's not going to be enough for him. I got the elbows out a little bit there trying to defend. These red stripe tires feel absolutely fantastic to race on, I must say, but it's in the final moments where Marcus Ericsson leads the way through the final corner. It's not going to be enough from Felix Rosenqvist here now, as Ericsson is going to round the final turn down the front straightaway. He is going to win the season opener here in Sebring of this IndyCar career mode, as you see the others trail behind now, as it's a heck of a battle happening all back here in our area. That's McLaughlin, Malukas, as well as I believe that's, yes, Connor Daly. I myself trying to get in on the fun in the final corner. Not going to be enough. We're going to exit the final turn, heading down this front straightaway for the final time in our debut in IndyCar as a rookie here. It's P18. I will take that. Like I said, this is a car that's meant to be a back marker that's just fighting for whatever it can get. P17, sorry, is what we end up getting. So a great day. Overall, pretty happy with how things went there. As you're going to see the finishing order come up on your screen. Ericsson with that win over Rosenqvist, DeFrancesco all on the podium. But Ferrucci, Jack Harvey, Roman Grosjean, Rossi, Rahal, Newgard, and Dixon round out the top 10. You see on the right side, the rest of it there. P17 for us in our first race. Award got screwed a little bit there after the contact with Malukas. He ends up P20. Armstrong, another rookie, P21. Palou, Pagano, Willpower, all at the bottom. Of course, they all got collected in incidents. Herta as well with his issues, so of course they are all at the bottom. That's gonna wrap it up for the debut of this IndyCar career mode. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you guys support it and stick around. I think we're gonna have a lot of fun here. Now, I've already recorded 3 more episodes, and they're pretty interesting, a lot calmer, but it's hit or miss on every circuit on how it's gonna go. So that's gonna wrap it up for me. I'll see you guys in the next one for round 2 from the Texas Oval. Have a great day, everybody.